You haven't tried Canva's AI coding yet? Well, this is the video for you because we are creating a budget tracker app in minutes. Let's get to it. The first thing you're going to do is go to your home page, go to Canva AI, and then hit code. Now here's where you put your prompt. Now sometimes I'm not specific enough, so I use the help of ChatGPT or Google Gemini. This is one of those cases, so I'm going to paste in a prompt that ChatGPT helped me with, and then I can edit it through here. So this is a great starting off point. A word about prompts: you need to be as specific as possible. Don't feel like it's ridiculous to say, by the way, I want this to look real. Or when I say pink, I mean hot pink. Be as specific as possible and then go from there. So I asked it for a budget tracker for non-essential spending with a $1,000 monthly limit. And I specified a style and the details like the remaining budget, a table, and then I also told it I wanted to make a pie chart. So once I start inputting information, it's going to create a pie chart for me. Then I'm going to click this purple arrow. And right away, it starts spitting out a code. So let's fast forward and see the end result of version 1. So once it was done coding, it now shows me a preview of version 1. All of that coding just took Canva about 1.5 to 2 minutes. That's pretty incredible. So I can just check the things that it spit out. So it made it blue, budget, new expense date, category, story, amount, description, expense. So I can even try this out. If you decide you don't like what you see here, you can make changes right here. Shh, I'm not good at coding. So what I'm gonna do is let Canva use my prompt and code what it's gonna do, and then I'm gonna prompt back and forth, and we're gonna have a little conversation until we get this down. So let's say I wanna change the color, or I want to be able to change the color later. So I'm gonna over here come back and edit and say, make the color solid and editable. You don't always have to ask for the colors to be solid and editable, but I have seen in other videos and from my own experience that sometimes this helps. So we're gonna just add that, and it's going to make these changes. So this will be version 2. So this is version 2. I can already tell I'm probably gonna change the color. I asked it to make solid, editable colors, so that's fine. And I asked it, if you remember, to make editable text. So it has hopefully given me that. We'll find out when we click use in a design. If I liked how it is just right now, I can actually publish it from here. Canva didn't used to have that option. Also over here, you'll notice the word data. This is another update. What it's gonna do is anytime that this app is being used, it's actually gonna send data right to this Canva sheet. So it's creating for you a separate design or a separate document that's gonna hold all of that data. So that's pretty awesome. So we're gonna click use in a design. We're gonna say website. Here's our website. It's not published yet. Obviously I haven't hit publish. So if I click on this once, I have some options show up. If I want to see what's down here, it tells you right up at that top, double click to interact. So if I double click, it doesn't look like anything changes, but now I can scroll down to see the rest of the website. All right, so here's the colors. Let's say I don't want this kind of purple color. Maybe I want this more foresty green blue. And to complement it, we'll do that. Okay, and I actually do like the pink with that. So to edit the text words, I click edit, and I can change that. So I don't want it to just be called monthly budget tracker. I want it to be called Sarah's 2026. And that's actually kind of hard to read. So let's change this color a little bit more. So you can, like I said, so if you're in edit, I can change any of these things that it lists to anything you want. Add new expense, or like, oops, I bought it again. Have fun with it. Whatever you want to do, have fun. Now it does say multiple fonts. When I change the fonts, I haven't found a way to change this font to look one way and then these fonts to look different. I've only found a way to say change the multiple fonts to one. So if I click this, it changes all of them to that one font. So that might be something that Canva needs to work on, or that I just haven't found. So if you know the answer to that, I would love to know. Comment below. Before we publish, let's preview. So we're going to preview. This is what it would look like on a regular website. This is how it'll look like on a phone. And that's what I'm making this for. I'm making this so that I can have this on my phone. So now it's just how I want it to look. So we're going to go up to Publish Website. And it's giving me this very long website address URL, which you are more than welcome to do, or you can edit it. What it's doing is it's defaulting to the name of my project, of my design. So before I do that, I'm going to rename my design. All right. So now it's named something that I could actually find useful. Publish Website. And now Sarah's non-essential expenses, right? That's a little easier to find. Okay, so I could go to settings and I could add a navigation menu if I want. You could even make it password protected. So I can go back, I can say publish. And celebration, because there's my website. So we're gonna view the website. Let's say I went to the mall today and I bought clothes. I'm gonna say add expense. Add expense, here it is. It shows up right here. Let's do another thing, because while I was at the mall, got a latte. So once you have two things, now this pie chart starts to form. So that's why we didn't see it before, because there was nothing to put in there. If I wanted to change something, I can hit delete. I can even say, don't forget, whatever I want to put there. Okay, so now let's go back to the design. Now it does tell you, it has this warning. If you edit again, you need to update. Make sure to update that thing. So I'm going to say edit, because I'm going to click on this to show you the data. So we're clicking on data and it's telling you it is currently connected to a Canva sheet, and that Canva sheet is called Monthly Budget Tracker. And right here is all of the things that I have created as fillable information, so I can edit that just like any Google sheet or Excel spreadsheet. Canva sheets are the same thing, but they're very cool because they automatically tie to your design. Will this update live? Well, let me show you. So if I'm back here and I decide, you know what? Oh, I didn't buy Starbucks today. I bought that the other day, and I've now deleted it. Now let's go back to the tracker, the spreadsheet. This little thing, data, if I click on that, refresh data, and my coffee is gone. And a lot of times, if you give it at least a minute, a lot of times there will be a little purple dot right above the word data, and that's letting you know that there's new data. So now that we've made this website app thing that we're going to use to track our budget, I'm going to walk you through the steps on how to make this an app on your phone. Go to share. And right here by website, there's now a green live. That means your website is live. If you just click on that and then click on the address, it'll take you right to the website. And all I do is click on the URL, copy it, and send it via messages or an email, and you'll open that up on your phone. So now when we're on our phone, we're gonna do this. So I've sent myself the website. Now all I need to do to turn this into an app is click the three dots, then click share. Then I'm going to scroll down to add to home screen. And I can even rename it. So let's rename it to Sarah's Budget. And there it appears like an app on my home screen, when in reality it's just a shortcut or a bookmark. I hope this tutorial helped you realize that you can use Canva's AI coding for anything, really. We created a budget tracker, but maybe you want to create a game, or maybe there's a habit that you want to break. You can code this now without any coding experience. So I hope that you were able to follow along and were successful in creating a website/app. And more than anything, I hope this tutorial helps you stay creative. For more tips like these, subscribe to Sarah Gus Designs. Thanks for watching.